You'll be needing your deep curve rule, your slight curve rule, a straight rule, a scissors, an eraser, pencil with your measuring tape. Let's get to it. So guys, the first thing first, we are going to be marking out our waistline, and for that we'll be coming down by 1/2 inches on our pattern paper. I'm just going to label that waistline with capital W, waistline, capital W and L. So next we are going to be marking our waist to knee. My waist to knee that I'm working with is 24, and that's just enough on this my pattern paper, luckily. So mark down your own waist to knee. Your waist to knee, mark it down. And then connect. You label that waist to knee, WK. So next is your waist to hip measurement. My waist to hip that I'm working with is 9 inches. So I'm going to be marking that down. Like that. And then connect. Waist to hip, waist to hip. Now next we'll be taking our waist measurement. So my waist measurement that I have is 8 inches on my waist line. I'll be marking my 8 inches in on the waistline. For your waist measurement, you are going to be dividing your waist by 4 plus 1 for the allowance. Waist divided by 4 plus 1 for the allowance. So my allowance is already in my gotten answer that I marked on my waist. For your hip too, hip divided by 4 plus 1, the 1 is for your allowance, and mine is 11 inches. And then you'll be marking your knee circumference on your waist to knee line, right? So my measurement is 7.2. I'll be marking that in. So with your straight ruler, you connect from your waist to knee. Then with your slight curve, letting your point 18, can you guys see me? Letting your point 18 sit on your hip line. Point 18 sit on your hip line. Right? Yeah. So this is it. You just use your hand to, smoothing it out, giving it a smooth curve. You use your hand and give it a smooth curve. Now this is it. So for your dart, you're going to be coming in by 3.5 inches or 3 inches. So I'm marking 3.5, and then we'll take 1 inch dart. So you mark half inch on both sides. And then for the depth of your dart, 4 inches, let's do 4.5. So for the depth is 4.5. For the depth is 4.5. Please don't forget, whatsoever that you take, make sure you mark it out. We are going to do that. So with your straight rule, connect, so not all skirts requires that, okay? It depends on the skirt you are making. Please keep that in mind. Not all skirts requires that, but if the outfit you're making or the outfit you're making requires that, go ahead and do it. And please don't forget to replace back your dart, the dart you've taken here, which is 1 inches. Please replace it back. Very important. If not, once you are done taking your dart, the waist will not be the same size again. So after doing that, you connect it back to your hip. You connect it back to your hip. So we've replaced back the hip and our front skirt is ready. Basically, our front skirt is ready. So I'm going to label this FS front skirt. So guys, assuming you're connecting this to an upper body, a bodice, you're connecting it to a top like a gown or some forth, you're just going to add half inches to the up for the joining of your top, for the joining of your top. Do you get it? So you're going to be adding half inch, and then for your length too, in case you didn't add allowance to the length of your skirt, you also add it, right? But for the sides, we've already added allowance, so there's no need to add anything here. So just go ahead and trim off your skirt. Trim off. Don't go and trim here. Remember to trim your dart that you replaced. So this is it, like this, here, down to the length, and your front skirt is ready. Now let's quickly do the back skirt, because that's where the contouring and everything is going to happen. For the back, I already went ahead to draw my waistline, waist to hip line, and my waist to knee line. So you still go ahead and take your measurements in for your waist, marking your waist measurement plus your allowance, right, like we did. Mine was 8. I've marked that in. For my hip line is 11 inches, and then for my knee circumference, I have 7.2 inches. 7.2 inches. Using your straight rule, connect from your waist to hip measurement down to your knee circumference with your straight rule. I hope you guys can see. I'm taking mine so you can see it. I'm repeating it just like we did for the front. Waist 18 on your waist to hip line, and then you curve. If you want, you can also use your straight rule. Okay, you can also use your straight rule actually, because with this we still go ahead to smoothen it out. So you can just use your straight rule and connect it. I think straight rule is even best, because so whichever one works, okay, the curve or your straight rule, okay, whichever. Since we did curve for the front, I'm just going to leave it at that. But if you want, use your straight rule, because we don't really have this hip. So okay, so next, for your contour, for your butt contour, you are going to be coming down by 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. 1.5. I'm just going to be using 1.5. This ruler is 2 inch. Okay, this ruler is 2 inch, so I'm just going to be using my rule. I'm taking half from it and then I'll mark that. So just go ahead and with your tape measure 1.5 and then rule. On your knee line, you're going to be marking in 1 inch. You go in by 1 inch, you mark that, you get your deep curve rule and you connect to the 1.5 inches that we came down on our waist to hip line. So like this. Don't make it too curvy. You can see I'm not using the most curvy part of this row, so I'm just placing that. Okay, adjust it, use your eye to check it. Just a good enough curve is okay. So you do this and then you mark out 1 inches. This 1 inches we took here, mark it out back on your waist knee. The 1 inch we are replacing it. Okay, so mark your 1 inch and take it back. Please don't forget to replace it. We are replacing it. Okay, we are replacing it back. Then for your zip bulge, you go in by 1 inch on your waistline, you come down by 5 inch, and then you connect using your deep curve. Connect. So this for your zip up, you connect, then you replace it back. You replace it back. You replace it back on your waistline. You replace the 1 inch out that you marked in for your zip pouch. Replace it out using your straight rule. Let's just use the straight rule. You connect it back to your hip. So this is very important. Please don't forget. Connect it back. Okay. Then your waist dart from your new zip line, you go in by 3.5. You come down by 4.5. That's for your dart, the length of your dart. And then you take your 1 inch dart, half on both sides. You connect. After connecting, mark it out again. Mark out your dart. If you don't mark out your dart, at the end of the day, your skirt would not fit properly. Your skirt waist will become smaller. Because imagine taking this dart, you will not be having the same waist again. Okay, so make sure you replace back the 1 inch, and then with your straight rule, you connect it back to your hip line, your waist to hip line. So guys, this is it. You label back skirt, back skirt. Okay, so this is it. You're going to add your zip allowance after you are done cutting it out. Okay, I'm going to be showing you that. On your hip side, we've already added allowance to the skirt on the hip side. So when you are cutting out on your fabric, after folding into two, mark your waist allowance by 1/2 inch, and then your hemming allowance also 1/2 inch or 1 inch according to how you want it, and then your zip allowance 1.5 or 2 inches, your choice at the end of the day. So let's cut this out. After we are done cutting it out, I'm going to show you a proper view of how everything looks like. Or maybe I should just do that first. Okay guys, so this is it. Simple as ABC. This is how your skirt, your back skirt pattern should be looking like. So let's cut this out. Let's cut this out. So guys, this is it, how it should look like. This is your butt, so this is where your butt will be sitting. Okay, so this is it, the simplest method. This is the simplest method I'm teaching you on butt contouring. Your butt is not small, it's just not being contoured properly. Okay, so I'm going ahead to cut out the front. So guys, I'm done cutting that out. Can you guys see? I'm done cutting that out. I had to cut that off camera because of my space. Now I want to show you guys how to add your allowance for the skirt. Okay, let me show you guys how to do that on a pattern paper. So I've gone ahead to place my back skirt pattern on another pattern paper. I'm going to go ahead and pin this down. So I'll just be pinning it down. So after securing this, I'm going to be marking 2-inch allowance. Okay, so 2 inch, 2 inch. I'm just going to be following the curve. 2 inch. So after doing that, you connect. You can just use your hand to connect it back. If you cannot use your hand, please go ahead to use your rule. Okay, please go ahead to get your rule, and then you connect it. Just and this is straight, so I'm going to be connecting this with a straight rule. Connect this with a straight rule. Just a straight rule. Okay guys, I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Right? So that's it. That's basically it. You go ahead and you trim this off. So guys, this is it. I've added the allowance, the zipper allowance, sorry. This is what your back skirt pattern should be looking like by the end of your drafting. So go ahead to cut this on your folded fabric, and then repeat same for the front pattern, and you're good to go. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, leave down any question you have. Okay, I'll be replying all your messages. See you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.